All right, fam. What's up with it? This read may go a little different than usual. I've pulled out another little box here. Well, two different ones actually. So, I am just now looking into them, seeing which cards are in these boxes. So we got some tarot that we can use. What is this? Okay, I don't have that box. I don't have that one labeled, but here go another deck of tarot cards. I hadn't used these and I'm like, and they match my shirt. I'm giving masculine realness with my shirt. I think I'll just do that. I think I'll just put this one away. That's actually the deck that has the mother deck in it. I hadn't did a reading without those cards in forever, so yeah, so it's kind of cleansing. Cards with some pure sound energy. Let's get some postcards from Spirit. Hadn't had these in a minute. Alright, y'all, I don't know where this is gonna go or how it's gonna go, but I do want to get some cards from the Modern Goddess Oracle as well. Alright, so let's start off with the postcard from Spirit. With a postcard from Spirit. So we're getting a postcard from the etheric realms, the cosmos. Ashe. So we're gonna get a card from there. Oh, she has a butterfly on her. Bottom of the deck, we have a key. Okay. So you may be, it says unlock your magic. I didn't really realize there was messages on the back of these cards. You are magical. It's really, really faint. So you can't really see it, but Spirit wants you to know, wow, I just connected those two. Unlock your magic and you are magical. And then the key, again, like you may be, I was so focused on the key because I was thinking to myself just randomly, I need to start mentioning that when I see a key that you may be moving or getting a new car or something like that. In one of the readings, they did say you're unlocking your didn't say you were unlocking your magic, but you were unlocking new gifts, I think. The card said. So we're going to get one card from this deck here. Okay, is this one? Is this one? It is one. So we're going to take that. We're going to take that. I refuse to do what I was going to do. Y'all know what Dee Dee be saying. I call her Dee Dee. Auntie Dee Dee. That's on trial right now. Okay, so I'll just put her up there with the postcard. I'm not looking at anything right now. I just kind of want to get all the cards out. Figuring out how I'm going to set up this spread. So we're going to get 3 of these. I said I wasn't going to look at the cards. Or do I want to just look at the bottom of the deck at the very least? I don't know. And we'll just figure it out as we go. I guess we'll do these, upright and reverse. So flipping them before I shuffle so we can get some upright and some in the reverse. We'll see how that works with these cards. Like, I usually have a hard time with these cards. In the past I did. So we shall just see what happens. But what I do need to do is at least turn them all in the same direction. So hold on. They're all facing either the symbol side or not literally upright or reverse. So, okay. Put that like that. And that'll be our bottom of the deck card. So these are Nubia Wellness and Healing cards. And we said we're going to get 1 each of the Akashic Records cards. And they were all in reverse. And I turned them around, forgetting that I was doing reversals and uprights. I think I'm doing those cards right. That's the way I put them out there, so I'm going to put them back the way they were. But I wasn't supposed to look at the bottom of the card, but I did. It's Detach. So I do feel, and then underneath that is Step Back. So I do feel that these coming out in reverse were the way they were supposed to be, because it may be someone else's energy that is really on you right now, trying to attack you, or maybe someone is just really, really thinking about you and how the relationship is going now that you have walked away. Wow, look, The bottom of the deck is this freedom and emancipation. Fawo Huri. Fawo Huri. Now that you have emancipated yourself, okay, the emancipation of Mimi. We have been talking about the butterfly and how you have transformed into the butterfly while your person remained a caterpillar. That's why they can't come with you to your next level. They did not want to. They were ignoring the spiritual path, the spiritual side of them, and avoiding it like the plague because they were so grounded in the 3D, so grounded in science. You may even have to have a conversation with this person about, well, this person would be like, well, science, I just saw 11:11 on a thing. Science said this, that, and the third. And you have to be like, well, yeah, but science has holes in it. There's parts of science where they can't think their way through it. And they have to give honor to the spiritual realm, and this person will still try to argue. But this card says, dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. And I did get the energy, the card flow in the last reading. It was in reverse, but I feel like that's how your person sees you. They feel like you're just in an energy of flow right now, that think that you're easygoing. And of course, now that you've emancipated yourself, walked away from them, they don't want you to be in a flow. But they see that you are in this energy of flow. You're in this energy of surrender. And usually when someone surrenders, they've been through the ringer. They've been fighting, and their last, this is what, what people usually end up with when they keep hitting the brick wall. They just, what, I can't anymore. I can't keep fighting anymore. And I feel like that's why you freed yourself. It says, Fawahudi ine obrena inam. The meaning is independence comes with its responsibilities. This symbol often means freedom. So your ancestors want you to know that, there's responsibilities that comes with this freedom. And maybe we'll find out more about that as we get further in the reading. But it says, now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life. Trust yourself. Like I had to have an awakening with that as well. Realizing that is part of where I feel like some of when it speaks of the magic, you are magical. I feel like there's some parts of where my magic is blocked. I did come to a realization that I feel like there is, that blockage of, there's still a blockage of the heart in a way. And my inner child, but I feel it breaking. I feel it opening up and releasing now that I'm aware of it. You have to come to the awareness of it, that there is a problem. And if you seek, you shall find. Seek, you shall find. Go with the flow. So here we go with flow again. And I've seen another card of where the flow was in the last that I saw previously. There's another card here that had the word flow on it. I did pick that up. So really be in the energy of flow right now. There may be a lot of things trying to come against you and distract you, but they're trying to distract you from unlocking your magic, okay? Because you remember, you got this emancipation, this new freedom. And so these people may try to scare you with all the responsibilities that may come with freedom. Oh man, so I literally heard someone say a quote in regards to that, to freedom. I wish I remembered what it said, but it spoke somewhat along the lines of responsibilities. But anyway, go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and hopes set on. Okay? Just go with the flow. Even that I was just speaking about a blockage in my heart chakra, and this is letting me know if I just go with the flow, that if I just allow the emotions to flow. And you think about emotions are represented by water. Water represents emotions. Stagnant water gets dirty, you know, collects dirt and everything. But water, where there's a flow, all of that dust and dirt or whatever can collect at the banks and get scooped out. But when there's stagnant water, it's just all, it eventually all becomes dirty, and now flies are around it, and you got all kind of bacteria growing in it. But now that I've emancipated myself, things can flow, and that heart chakra can open up. Is what I'm hoping and praying for and working towards. Just remember, spirit will keep your head above water. Just talking about water. And will direct the currents. Okay? So they will direct the currents to keep things flowing so that it don't get stagnant and bacteria can set in. When it's time for a greater effort, you will know exactly when you'll need to work those manifestation muscles. Okay, so you don't let people try to guilt you for not making a move or doing anything. If you have went into an energy of, solitude and stillness, as in just kind of keeping to yourself, because we just spoke about still waters, but this is a different type of stillness, if you know what I mean. You're just not allowing yourself to be around certain people, your certain relationships. So yeah, the stillness would mean it's the stillness. Certain relationships require this stillness so that it can, flow away and get pushed to the sides with the currents. Can't really tell. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. So there are certain relationships that you have walked away from that you need to be still and not act on anymore, and just allow them to, allow yourself to separate from them in a healthy manner. And it may be the end completely, or you just need space to gather yourself. But I feel like you are walking away, detaching, stepping back from a lot of situations and nouns, people, places, and things. But while you're in this energy, it says, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. And I feel like that's what you are doing. You're developing your skills in this energy of flow. You're allowing yourself to be directed to the things that need attention, and you're developing your skills, applying the knowledge that you know, the tools that you have, into healing those parts of you that you're being drawn to while you're in this energy of flow. You're just allowing your higher self to guide you. Enjoy the flow and trust those currents, and trust yourself. Learning to trust yourself. That's a lot of why you've gotten into relationships that now you have to walk away from. Worked a lot of jobs, that you didn't want to work because you didn't trust yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you're in this flow energy, you're learning to trust yourself, trust that you are guided, protected, loved, all of the things, okay? Enjoy the flow and trust those currents, for we're right there with you with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you very much. So actually, the bottom of the deck card isn't the key. I think this says hidden treasure. And so there's two energies here. So this could represent you meeting someone new, or a person, a new friend, business partner. These beings have little wings on their backs, so it says, dearest you, since you're on earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes. A good solid foundation. That's what this stillness and this flow is going to be helping you to create. I just thought about how powerful water is and the current, and why it must be important. How strong flowing water is. It can cut through rocks. Long enough that water can cut through rocks. It can cut through a hardened heart. And I was just speaking about how I feel like there's a blockage in my heart. But this energy of flow, allowing myself to be in the energy of flow, allows the energy to, emotions to flow, everything just to flow and to cut through a hardened heart. Ashe. Just like, in the Bible it says, God hardened the Pharaoh's heart or whatever. Your heart needed to be hardened for a moment of time to protect you. But now you don't need that shell anymore. You don't, because you're in a season of receiving. The feminine principle is here, and she's making herself known in so many ways. I feel like lately I've been in my masculine last couple of days, because I've never worn this shirt out and about, but really this is kind of like a bit of a disguise. It was weird though, because I don't really want to be bothered while I'm out sometimes, or I don't want men, like I just want to do what I need to do and get back to the house, you know what I'm saying? And so this is my way, and it's so weird, like I just put on this shirt and I look like a stud. I notice women even reacting to me differently when I have this masculine shirt on. It's like they were checking your girl out, like, yo, I think if I dress like a dude or whatever, I will pull. It was weird. It was a little weird. And it was, I think it was because the energy I felt wasn't that of jealousy or competition either from women. It was more of, well, she fine, she handsome, or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh, I'll give her my number, type ass shit. But anyway, a good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too. And when you're in alignment with your higher self will help you to direct the currents where they need to go to break through whatever hardened hearts or whatever part of you that needs to be, freed. Because even this card was saying, enjoy the flow and trust those currents, for we're right there with you. As in, this is postcards from Spirit. And your spirit team is saying, we're going to direct those currents, you and your higher self. They're going to direct those currents where they need to go. Establish flow. And whatever needs to, be removed or pushed, filtered out. It will be filtered to the sides where it's easy for you to see and scoop that shit out and get it out the way. Right now, it may be hidden. It's just because the water has been stagnant, perhaps, with a particular person. When you're with a particular person, this person that you need to detach and step back from, they stagnated your energy. You know what I'm saying? And in that space of stagnating your energy, you're creating, building up gunk or whatever, but they're siphoning that energy and using it for themselves. And that person you may have noticed that person receiving so many blessings. Those were your blessings. But the fact that you were kind of stuck and stagnant, they got them. And they knew exactly what they were doing. You may be dating a witch or warlock, and though neither of those terms are bad, you know what I'm saying? Just like you can have a tool, you can either use it for good or bad. A hammer can build some things, but a hammer can also kill someone. It's the person yielding the sword. Okay. A good solid foundation, yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Ooh. We always talk about a good solid foundation, but we don't talk about the fact that sound foundation needs flexibility too. Kind of like the willow tree. Strong, flexible, yet sturdy. It will bend, but it won't break. Period. Okay. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. Whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundations of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general sight check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Exactly. There was you may have thought you had cleared out some things and you were on your way, but Spirit says, no, there's something else you need to work on. And you thought this was a setback, but it was actually for your good. It's not happening to you, but for you. Celebrate the fact that you can repair the cracks right now before the real shit come in. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate the fact right now that you are seeing the people that you need to detach from and step back from, because these would have been people that you would have took with you. Celebrate the fact that you are seeing this now and can repair it. Even that hardened heart chakra, even that lack of trust in your higher self, in flow. Be grateful. Celebrate the fact that you are noticing that and you are working on that and you are healing that. You are emancipating yourself from those blockages. Your freedom, the freedom card here. And maybe that's part of the responsibilities that comes with freedom, is now you got to deal with those things. The things, now that you're free, those things that need repairing, you can't go ask nobody else to do it. You are independent and you got to figure it out for yourself. And that's what you've been doing you've been going off the knowledge that you have. You're in what you don't know. You recognize that you don't know it, so you seek out to learn it, and seek you shall find. And so of course you'll be you will flow right into the answers that you need. And so this is just building that trust. This is a time for building that trust, and it's very important right now because you are building that good solid foundation. And this is a time as well to do, like it says here, a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know that you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come visit. What it says? Hidden treasure. There's hidden treasure in the rebuilding. You know, foundation work in a house ain't cheap, and it ain't easy to do. Whew. Just think about it, you know what I'm saying? And so the work that you're doing right now and building, repairing your foundation, it ain't easy work. And it may have cost you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, heartache, and pain. You know. But you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly now that you are aware and conscious of it. It says, we are so happy for you and so intrigued by what you are building. This is the moment your ancestors have been waiting for, your higher self. They're so proud of you and the work that you're doing to detach and step back. The detach card says you're being asked to detach from something you've been holding on to, which maybe could have been that hardened heart as well. Allow the flow and the current to flow through. Enjoy, flow, and trust those currents. We are right there with you. The currents of ebb and flow, activity and rest. So it's a little weird that, you know, we're in the energy of solitude, which is a feminine energy, but I'm dressed in masculine. It's still a balance though, you know. And this is the first time. This is, you know, I'm gonna buy more masculine clothes myself. I've had masculine clothes from, you know, people that I know, but I need to get rid of that because it's carrying energy that I'm detaching from, you know. It says when we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Here we go with flow again. Flow is a very key word for this time. We need to flow and trust. Flow and trust. My heart is fluttering right now, as confirmation, I guess. Flow and trust need to be our key words at this time. Flow and trust, because we're not going to know. There's no way to know. You just got to flow and trust. Flow and trust your intuition and the guidance. Your intuition has been telling you to walk away, so you need to flow with where your intuition is leading you, because our intuition is how our higher self, spirit guides, and all of that communicates with us. We need to listen. We need to flow and trust with where it is, you know, guiding us. So one of the guiding energies here is Mazu. I've never ever pulled this card. Have no clue of this goddess and her origination. Okay, Mazu is obviously Asian derived. I was gonna say more like Indian or whatever, but it is of Asian descent because you see the dragon. Dragons kind of also represents that mother, primordial mother energy as well. And let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this is Xochitl. So I think this is kind of more there you go. So the little hand up thing actually works. I think this is kind of more like the Indian energy I was talking about with that name. The book. Here we go. Bottom of the deck. Let's just go into Xochitl. Xochitl. I think I just passed it. I think I've seen her. Okay. Ooh. You're in this... Baby, once you detached and stepped back, you got your power back. She represents beauty. Okay? The key word for her is beauty. Her symbols is feathers, needle, and thread. Like, you're becoming so precise right now that you can flow through the eye of a needle. Again, you're being so precise with building a solid foundation and repairing the cracks effortlessly. Okay? The affirmation, I see my real beauty and that of those around me. She's an Aztec goddess of pleasure, beauty, and love. Spirit wants you to love on yourself right now as you have stepped back and detached from some things. You need to really pull on that self-love right now because you may be feeling alone and isolated, so on and so forth, because you are elevating. Like, everyone around you is a caterpillar and you have wings. You can't keep walking on the ground. You better use those wings or you will lose your ability to take flight. You have wings, use them. And you haven't been using them. Precious feather flower. Her name translates to precious feather flower. Very gentle. It says Xochitl is the protector of artisans, prostitutes, and lovers. So if you have a Venus Pisces or Pisces and Venus, she's here to protect you because you are a lover. You are in love with love. And it gets you in a lot of sticky situations. And guilty. So this is a good energy that, those lover types can call on. Even like prostitutes, okay? Artisans, artists. She is a rare goddess in the region who holds sex as an act of pleasure and not just procreation. And I even started a podcast. I fell asleep during it because they were more selling things. But with Shan Bodhi and this lady from India, and then she was talking about the Kama Sutra and the spiritual side of pleasure and its importance. So it's really interesting that Xochitl has come out here. Remember, we saw the two energies on the back of the hidden treasure here. So again, you may be drawing someone in, both of you guys, or mirroring each other. Your other person may be sealing up cracks on their end as well before you guys can come together. She has a connection to weaving, which is interesting because below her card is the spider grandmother. which is all about weaving as well. I see the spider is also a motherly energy. 8 legs, that's the energy of good karma, prosperity, you know. And if you have a web of love that you've been weaving, you're going to be catching, that of love. If you have a web of deceit and lies that you've been weaving, you're about to catch more deceit and lies and then karma, okay? So people, whatever you've reaped, you're about to sow. Whatever energy you've been weaving that net, that web with, is what you're going to catch. Ultimately. She has a connection to weaving, embroidery, and household arts. She likes the finer things in life. And her beauty is known all over. Says Xochiquetzal has arrived in your reading today as a reminder that you are enough and are beautiful inside and out. Popular demands of beauty are not a mode that everyone has to fit into. What is beautiful to one person is not going to be attractive to another. Plus, beauty trends have changed throughout history. You are not here to spend your precious life trying to fit someone else's beauty standards. You have more important things to do. That's not to say that you can't desire to feel beautiful or enjoy beautiful things in your life. And that's the person that you're detaching from. They may have had you in triangulation between other people and would always talk about other people and things like that. Don't allow them to put you in competition with anyone. If someone that you're with constantly brings up someone else, red flag. That's their way of grooming you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Don't fall for it. I experienced that for the first time in this last situation that Spirit has guided me to kind of just detach and step back from. Just so that you can really see and compartmentalize the relationship, if not completely walk away from it. And it's so difficult. It's not to say that you can't desire to feel beautiful or enjoy beautiful things in your life. It's more about perspective and the importance you place on it. Okay? Also beware of people who put a whole bunch of importance on their outer appearance or their image as well. And try to hide the cracks. Don't overlook the cracks. Because obviously if there's a crack, then that whole image is probably fake too. You are beautiful and worthy of pleasure and love, just as you are. So you may be guided to clean your altar space and reinvigorate it with a new look. You may be inspired to have great sex, even if it's just with yourself. Okay? And to look at yourself naked in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful. The shadow meaning. Xochiquetzal coming up in a reading in this shadow position means that you have been judging a book by its cover or being too shallow with your interactions and choices lately. What you have been focusing on is inconsequential to the larger picture and your long-term happiness. It is time to get a little deeper with what you concern yourself about. This may also be manifesting as you are trying to fix an issue with a surface level solution. Trying to fix an issue with the surface level solution and not wanting to get to the root of the problem because it is messy and hard. Um, Again, I feel like this is more external energy outside of you. If there's anything here that your card has been pulled on, then take note of it. If it don't apply, let it fly. Or you can apply this to maybe external energy or the energies that you're being asked to detach or step back from. Okay? These people may try to fix an issue with money, a surface level solution, and not getting deep to the not wanting to get to the root of the problem because it's messy and hard, and they will have to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? Independence comes with responsibilities. To heal with Xochitl Quetzal, it says, even if you're thinking it, do not belittle another on how they look. Even if you're thinking it, don't belittle another on how they look. Focus on their good characteristics instead. Stop gossiping and engage in active listening when people are sharing with you, and don't make every situation about you. Okay? So there's someone outside of you that may be gossiping about you. Again, talking shit about you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Trying to fix things with a surface level solution. Again, just with an image or whatever. Now let's get into Mazu. We're already an hour in. See, that's the reason why I can't do these other kind of reads. They just be taking forever. Mazu, ooh. Her keyword is rescue. And I feel like you're being rescued from these energies, you know, that you've been asked to detach from. Her symbol is a dragon sailing ships, the willow tree. I brought up the willow tree when we were talking about the firm foundation. I am willing to accept aid in my life. Okay, so be willing to accept help and guidance at this time, you know. It says Mazu is a Chinese goddess of the sea. Interesting. Chinese goddess of the sea. Water again. Rescuing that heart and heart. All right, so her myth is her father and brothers were caught in a terrible storm while out fishing. She knew they were in danger even though she wasn't in the boat with them. She was on the mainland. She used her magic to project herself out to sea to save them. From that moment on, she has been the goddess of the sea, fishermen, farmers, and ocean rescue. So she can help heal people that are drowning in their emotions, perhaps. It's common for people to pray to her to keep those on the ocean safe. It is said that all you have to do to receive Mazu's aid is call her name and she will come. So the divination meaning, Mazu is coming to your reading today as she has heard the call for aid from the universe. She heard, even if that call was not audible and came from somewhere deep within you. Or it could be a root chakra. Could be the solar plexus chakra. Sacral chakra. I'm goofy, y'all. That tickled me. The way I said, the way I've been saying chakra. This helps This help may not look exactly how you thought it would, but rest assured it is on the way. Do not give up. You are not alone in this energy of flow, even though you're detaching and stepping back from the caterpillars that you know, all that you've known. Don't give up. Stay strong. You're building a solid foundation in this new energy that you're in. You're building a solid foundation as a butterfly now that you have your wings, okay, and that you have reclaimed your angelic magnificence as an earth angel wings, okay. It says Mazu often comes up in readings for healers, readers, counselors, parents, and people who work in service to others. Devotion to service came out in a reading that I had earlier, previously. I didn't upload it. It was just a personal thing, but devotion to service was the card, and that's exactly the chosen. And again, the chosen is not anyone just that is just special. The chosen are people who chooses to be of service, who chooses the narrow path of integrity and honesty. It's easy to get what you want by lying and deceiving and being an asshole. But you chose the narrow path, and you're genuine. You're honest. Way more honest than most people, okay? But the thing is, it's a Peter Pan type or Robin Hood type of honesty. You know, they may not see it as honest because you're robbing, but you're robbing to give to the poor. You're robbing from the rich who take advantage and so on and so forth to give to the poor. That type of energy is what you carry. And so it gets tricky when you say honesty or morality, because some of it may not be deemed as such from the outside looking in, but when you get deeper, then you see. And I think a lot of people look at what you do or have done of what they may have experienced with you, and try to judge you on that initial part, and not finding out the why, which will put you in a completely different category. But they didn't want to see that part because it justified them for treating you the way they did. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust, flow and trust, right? Keywords. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. The step back card. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, when you've been holding on too tightly to something, these two cards speaks about trying to hold on to something or being too close to a certain situation. When you're too close, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out. That's one of the things that I've been praying for as well. The ability to not be indecisive. And the reason, and I think that's where that revelation of I need to trust myself more. I'm indecisive because I don't trust myself as much as I need, to the level that I need to. And that's what Spirit needed to bring to my attention before I keep elevating and maybe get the desires of my heart. I'm going to lose it if I don't trust myself and not able to listen to my intuition and the guidance that come in. It can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. And that's what you're doing. And then this stepping back, I think you are achieving freedom. You are seeing those invisible chains that did come up in a read. And I saw another reader that was saying the same thing. It's so interesting how I'll do a read and then I'll come across another read that's basically saying exactly what I just said, even though that reading may have been done 2 days before, or maybe I put my reading out before theirs. And these are people that have hundreds and tens of thousands of followers, and our readings are almost verbatim, kind of the same, but I only get 5 views. But it's all good. I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. The love of it and the guidance and groundedness that I get from it. So I'm never going to stop doing it. I don't care if I put out a video and nobody watches it. I don't think I'm ever going to stop this journey of reading cards. It helps me so much. But you are a healer. And look, it says a reader too. It says Mazu often comes up in readings for healers, readers, counselors, parents, those in service, as a reminder that you are not here to be a martyr. She said you did not come here to be a martyr and to sacrifice yourself. I felt like these people, when it comes to that Robin Hood energy, you may have been robbing to give to the poor, and those poor people that they didn't even appreciate it, maybe trampled all over it. And you have to reevaluate some things sometimes. So we didn't get that part of the story, or know if that is even part of the story of Robin Hood anyway. But Spirit says, don't be a martyr though. Heal, be of service, but don't be a martyr. Don't lose yourself in that. And I feel like your beauty was drained by someone that you were being a martyr for, trying to give to heal them or to make them see you. You do not have to be the one who takes on everyone else's burdens completely. Observe, witness, and help, but do not absorb their pain and responsibilities and take them on as your own. Okay? Observe, witness, and help, but do not absorb their pain. And I feel like this is also a warning, or just guidance, because the people that you're walking away from, they may be going through karma, as we spoke about with the spider card. They may be going through a lot of karma. You need to observe, witness, and help, but do not absorb their pain. Help as much as you can, but don't absorb their pain and don't take on their burdens. To work with Mazu, you can create and use mantras that allow you to create space and accept aid in your life. Spend time at the ocean and thank Mazu for the times of the divine. And thank Mazu for the times the divine has come to your life. Or send a little thank you note to the people to serve others in their work. Send a little thank you note to the people to serve others in their work. The shadow meaning of Mazu. This time, you will have to be your own knight in shining armor and rescue yourself. It's kind of what we've been talking about. You've got yourself into the mess that you're in. You can get yourself out. And that's what you're doing. Before, you didn't build a solid foundation, and you just start building on top of this faulty ass foundation. Things that got shaken up, and that house is crumbled. But now you're gonna do it right. You were half-assing it before, overlooking shit. Stop making it someone else's problems. You can't keep pretending it's too hard for you to do. You simply can't. And this is even for people outside of you as well. You know what I'm saying? definitely for the people that you're detaching from. And again, like I said, they may be going through karma, but this is a time that they have to be their own knight in shining armor. You can't come in and try to rescue them. This is something they have to do and face themselves. They got themselves in the mess, they can get themselves out of it. You know what I'm saying? And they may try to make it your problem. Don't be a martyr. Don't absorb their pain. It's not yours. Detach and step back. You need to span out so that you can get the perspective you need. And this is what that detachment is doing. Okay? Because you don't want flow to be restricted in your life. And you need to trust that the outcome will work out. So let go of your attachments to it. Mazu may always heed a call for aid, but she will only follow through if the need is genuine. She will always listen and heed a call for aid, but she will only follow through if the need is genuine. You cannot fool the divine. And these people can't fool the divine. So don't, again, with that karma, don't think that these people are not getting their karma or won't get their karma. They cannot fool the divine. Neither can you. But I feel like you know that. And it's about time you stop trying to fool others or yourself. Take it however it applies. If it don't apply, let it fly. This could be talking about you and somebody else, just somebody else, or just you. Take it however it applies. And if it don't apply, let it fly, baby. You are far more capable than you are making yourself out to be. This may be how you feel about some family members in your life. You know what I'm saying? And you see that they are acting like they're incapable for attention or whatever. You know that they're far more capable than they're making themselves out to be. And you hear their call for help, but you see that it's not genuine. And these people trying to fool you, but they can't fool you. You're tapped in. You are of the chosen. You are connected to, you're connecting every day more and more to your higher self and your spirit team. Because you are devoted to service. You are devoted to this path. And you've reached a state of enlightenment. So, heal with Mazu. It says, own up to yourself about the times when you took the easy way out. Go out of your way to help someone else for no reason, but be of service to someone else. Take some weight training classes. Lifting heavy things helps you feel strong on the inside and out. All right, so we may not even be able to do tarot because maybe we're just now getting into the cards that's on the table. Ooh. All right, so we have Blessed Change coming in here. It says a major life change brings you great blessings. All right, so this major life change, which can be you going from caterpillar to butterfly. We have rest. Okay, you've been working hard. Take a nap, get some rest. And then we have playtime. Okay, so you may be busting out of that cocoon, this blessed change, or whatever major life change brings you blessings. So you see this change and you're flying around. You're like, oh my God, exploring this new world or whatever for a little bit. And now you get tired. Spirit says, go ahead and rest, take a nap. You've been through a lot of hard work. You just had a little joy ride, take a nap. And then it's really going to be playtime, baby. It's really going to be time to get into the things. It says the dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestations. Okay. So, yes, you may be going through some tough times right now with the Mazu and Zojikwazo card out here, bottom of the deck. We have accept heaven's help. Okay? Accept heaven's help. There was a card that spoke about accepting help as well, accepting aid. And I think it was the Mazu card. I'm willing to accept aid in my life. Take note of Mazu. Baby, take note of Mazu. Do you hear me? Take note of her. Add her to the list of goddesses that you know. Baby. It says you've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Okay? She's helping you to bend and not break, not be a martyr. She comes for those healers from the people like the Chosen. Take heed to our girl. Take heed to our girl Mazu. Mazu, Mazu, Mazu. Ashe. Feeling tingling all over my body. Do you hear me? All right, so we have the energy card in reverse. This person that you have walked away from, detached and stepped back from, their energy is draining. This is a blessed change, but of course this person ain't gonna see it or feel it as a blessed change, but it is a major change in your life, and it's bringing a major change into this person's life. So this symbol, it kind of gives that the number 8 too, the infinity symbol, the spider symbol. But again, what did we say about the spider? Remember, it's in reverse. So the energy that this person is given is not good energy. They've been weaving a web of bad energy, and that's what they're about to catch. But it's going to be, it's a blessed change. It's not happening to them, but for them to be able to rebuild a solid foundation. This is something that is necessary for them to go through. I feel like you are an earthquake that this person could not and did not prepare for. Here we go with that word flow. It says the symbol suggests energy flows as the spirit within us. Some things increase our energy and some things decrease our energy. And I feel like this person was in negative energy, and you released them. And that was the blessed change. So we have reach out. These people may try to reach out to you. And then again, this card may be telling you also to reach out. It says you've isolated yourself and are trying to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help. So reach out to ask for support at this time. But I feel like reach out to Mazu. Reach out to your spirit team. Accept heaven's help. That's why that's here at the bottom of the deck. You've prayed for help, so get out the way and let heaven help you. Heaven has been trying to help you to get rid of this toxic energy in these people. Okay, you've reached out. They heard your call. They've told you to go ahead and release this person. And now blessed change is coming in. And you can rest. You've been reaching out and calling out for help for a very long time. It feels like this was a really tough situation for you to detach and to step back from. But you did the damn thing. Okay, you've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. So we have good fortune in the reverse here. Okay, this person is not receiving good fortune. That which removes bad luck. You were someone that removed bad luck, but now you're in the energy of rest. This person may be going through it, but you're not about to step in and save them anymore and be that martyr. You know that they have to face this on their own. And again, this person may be receiving that bad luck. Look at here, stuck in lack, because they've been spending all of their energy trying to steal your energy and getting by off of other people's energy. You know, weaving webs of deceit and lies. They could do that with low vibrational people, but they fucked with the wrong one. And that's the reason why they're getting instant karma. Because you are a chosen. You are a truly genuine and good person. Deep down at your core. On some Robin Hood type ass shit. They see the external and think you just like everybody else, but you're not. You're not. Okay? It says you have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It's only ego-based fears taking over. Okay? So I feel like you're resting that. You're laying those burdens down. Those ego-based fears, you're laying them down. You know what I'm saying? You may have felt like you didn't have good fortune because you maybe had those, or felt that you had those limitations. You're laying that burden of financial limitation, emotional limitation, and physical limitations down. You have been challenging all of that. Rest, because you've been working hard. You've been challenging all of that. You reached out to your angels and your ancestors to help you get out of being stuck in lack. And I feel like you have done that. They are here to help you. You need to get out the way so that they can help you. It says rein them in and don't give up. Rein them in and don't give up. One of the other cards spoke about not giving up as well. And you're not, and you didn't. And that's why it's about to be playtime on these whores. The dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestation. Now that once you wake up from your rest, you're going to play, be in that energy of play. You're going to be refreshed. You're going to be rejuvenated. Okay? You did the hard work already of pulling yourself out of this energy of lack, a lack mentality. Okay? Look at that. This was in reverse though, but it says bravery, strength, and power. This is how these people see you. They see you in good fortune. They see you as with good energy, and they see you as someone that is strong, brave, and powerful. Exactly. That's the reason why you're in this. You deserve this playtime energy. Why you deserve to just be in this feminine, receiving energy. However, this is the opposite for your person. You know, talons of the eagle. Since the eagle is the mightiest bird in the sky, and its strength is in its talons, nails. Okay? Birds, they fly. They fly. Right? Air, intellect, communication. Speak life. Continue to fly above the drama. Allow the caterpillars to deal with their 3D-ish. You're in the 5D. You're in a whole different dimension. The ground, earth energy, that's a dimension. Air is a whole different dimension. And then you got the ethers, the space, that's a whole nother dimension. You have elevated, ascended, evolved. And so we have patience coming out here. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong. Remember that came out here. These people see you as strong, stronger than them. Well, strength was the word. Brave and powerful. You are strong. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong. You're brave and you're powerful. And there's a reason why things aren't aligning the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. That's why you just need to be, and while you're being patient, you just need to be in this playtime energy and joyful energy. Okay? You just need to be, and accept heaven's help to keep you in this joyful energy. Okay? Remember, bottom of the deck is freedom. You are freeing yourself. Don't that, you busting out of the cocoon, don't that feel like, you're freeing yourself from the constraints and the confines. Yes, you are operating in a whole new dimension, but you also still have access to the previous dimension. You still have, as a butterfly, you still have legs. But just like with the Mazu card, don't sacrifice your wings to stay on the ground with these people. Remember, you have flight. Use it. Okay? Only land to help a motherfucker if it's genuine and you have the discernment to do just that. If it starts to take away from your joy, get the fuck on. And get out the way. You're doing too much at that point. These cards are all slick and stuff. I like it. Make it easy to do this. I can do this real good with my right hand. But I'm trying to train myself to be ambidextrous with this because I don't want, that didn't look right. But I don't want this side to be all brolic or fatigued or burnt out. That's why sometimes I switch it. I try to train myself to do it with the other hand, or I'll just pull from within the deck. But yeah, this person is definitely undergoing a spiritual awakening. They may be in spiritual jail right now. Yeah. They are so mad that you are rejecting their cup of love at this time. Because they just need to elevate spiritually. They need to go into the cocoon. They've been running from that motherfucking cocoon. They've been running from facing that responsibility. Exactly. With the Knight of Wands and the upright, this is you. This represents inspired action. And you need them to take that inspired action from the divine. Hold on. Started choking on mucus. Needing to come up and come out, trying to keep me from talking. Yes, this person is in spiritual jail, and they need to do the work. These cards is about to fall over. And you need to focus on the new endeavor that's upon you, because these cards are about to fall over to the study card. It says, a new endeavor is upon you. It may require new knowledge and skills. Flying with these wings, baby. Requires new skills. You need to learn how to direct yourself, turn, land, all of the things. So you need to focus on that at this time. You need to detach and step back while these people are going through their dark night of the soul, and you need to just start. You can't allow them to keep trying to call you in, and you can't keep enabling these people. That even came up in a read previously. It says, put the intention out to the universe, and the right teacher will soon find you. Okay? And the right teacher will soon find you. So, see how smooth I can do it with the right hand? Easy. But it don't feel like any of the cards wants to just fly out. So I'm just going to pull. I'm going to shuffle one more time, and then we're going to get to it. They don't want us to get to it. That shuffle was trash. Look at that. Two of Cups. Somebody that's close to you, that's probably in the spiritual jail, don't want us to get to it, baby. Because maybe this is about to talk about these new people that we just spoke about, the new endeavor, baby, the new energy. That's why you need to study, because your person is coming in. Knight of Swords. And the upright. Page of Cups. What's the Cups? Page of Cups in reverse. And then the Seven of Swords in reverse. Baby. Okay? You done call these people out for that immature ass love and energy and the lies and deceit. You done call their ass out. You hear me? King of Wands in reverse. King Ding-a-ling. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And there we go with the Hierophant in the reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands in the upright. Set healthy boundaries. Wounded warrior. This person did not use their power. They abused their power. You hear me? They abused their power. They abused your love. They lied. They were deceitful. And they were stealing from you in plain sight. You allowed it. But there has been a blessed change. Your ancestors have helped you to awaken to the bullshit that has been going on. This person may have, with this King Ding-a-ling card, because it's in reverse. It's King of Wands in reverse here. They may have and again, this could go in many ways. King Ding-a-ling, of course, it could be a woman that was using the P power on you to keep you accepting the breadcrumbs. This page as immature as love. They put it down, okay? King energy, they put it down. They may have been giving you money, but that was their way to hide their deceit. They may have been giving you gifts and things, but again, that was a way to hide their deceit. So that's the reason why it was so hard for you to maybe detach and to step back. They may have provided stability for you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So again, when it comes to family, they may have, provided stability for you, assisted you in some ways, but they wanted to use their help as a way to control you and to deceive you into continuing to play small. They want you to always stay in this Page of Cups energy, dependent upon them. But that's the reason why Bawa Hudi is here. You want to emancipate yourself from that energy of feeling bound and stuck to these people. If it's not sex that they're using, because it's an intimate partner, and you may just be using, again, their actions and conditional love. These are people who are brainwashed by society as well, and like to hold religion over your head, or maybe a complete lack of spiritual awareness. They may try to guilt you for your spiritual gifts, but that's the reason why you reached out because these people just kept you in an energy of lack. And you're changing. And you got to understand that you are going through a blessed change or major transformation. And you need to be patient right now. Things didn't align in those relationships for a reason. And you need to let go of the desired outcome. You need to detach. You've been holding on too tightly to a desired outcome. And this blessed change is allowing you to release it. To get back in touch with your beauty. Okay? Your beauty is being restored. And you're being freed from that jail of feeling like you have to martyr yourself and sacrifice yourself for people. You're releasing that people-pleasing energy. And you're finally getting the rest that you deserve. Because you've been working really, really hard to try to, bring these energies along with you. But with the Two of Wands here in reverse, these people are stuck. And you may have been, you were sent to try to get them out of this energy. You know what I'm saying? But with the Eight of Wands in reverse, to bring a message to them, they rejected that message. They rejected this opportunity for growth. Look at this with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. They rejected the energy that you were investing in them. They rejected the love that you were trying to plant into them. Give me clarity on the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Your message. You came with the cold hard truth. With this Knight of Swords in the upright. Like, you come with the cold hard truth. There's no, you may try to say it in the nicest way, but the truth always cuts to the core, so it may seem harsh, but it's just the truth. And you're someone that has to deliver those bittersweet messages. But again, you got some really stubborn people. I don't really know which direction it actually fell out in. But you got some really stubborn people. Stubborn in receiving truth. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, you may have been revealing truth about some generational curses that they are under, some generational entities that are over them, that has them in this energy of immature, low-level love, superficial love that these people give. Generational curse of being liars and maybe womanizers, or people that just abuse their power with the King of Wands. Like I said, this person could be King Dingling and use their shit, or it could just be someone that abuses their power, whether male or female, family, intimate, co-worker, or whatever. They abuse their power in their maybe financial hierarchy over you, perhaps. They abuse it like the government and took advantage. But you are one of God's. I don't want to say one of God's chosen, but you are an earth angel, and they shouldn't have done that. They fucked with the wrong one. More to clarify the Knight of Swords. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You told this person, you know what, you told them the truth about themselves, okay? And you was like, I'd rather do bad about myself. So I'm finna take all this good energy and put it back into me. You hear me? And again, now this person's energy is stuck and stagnant because they did not want to listen. They did not want to invest in you. And you're moving on to calmer waters. This person possibly was supposed to be, you know, a life partner for you. That's why it was so hard for you to detach. That's why the heavens had to come in to help you detach and to walk away. And with the Strength in reverse, this person sees, they see you, you know, as someone that is protecting their peace. They see you as someone that will be very abundant. But you are moving on to calmer waters. What is this Strength in reverse? Because you did hit rock bottom dealing with these people. They wanted to siphon all of that beautiful energy out of you. But what they have sown, they are about to reap. The Five of Wands, competition in the upright. They were fighting with you. The girls are fighting. They're being sassy. Whoever this was. So it could be a Virgo with the Hermit card in reverse. We got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse out here again. And then the Ace of Wands in the upright. Okay? You have hit, you know, this situation made you hit rock bottom. And again, it's another reason why heaven had to come in and help you. Why Manzu had to come in and help you. Because you sacrificed yourself so much to where trying to fight for these people. And they sitting here not wanting to receive your energy, being hard-headed, being stubborn. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to go in and do the shadow work. You've been just really trying to fight with them to do the things. And you may have sacrificed with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You may have sacrificed your beauty, sacrificed yourself. The Spirit is giving you, again, heaven's help is here. Mazu is here. Xochitl is here to help restore the beauty. To help restore you. To restore your strength. These people refuse to move. They're just stagnant. They're not receiving the messages, like I said. They were not picking up what you were putting down. Like I said, you really came into this person's life to heal them. To bring stability. To bring security. To protect them, to help guide them. I feel like you were a spirit guide in the flesh for this person, but they rejected your love. But Spirit you had to go through this. So that your discernment can be more fine-tuned and moving forward, because there's definitely an elevation here. Again, like, major transformation. What is this Lovers in reverse, Spirit? What is this Lovers in reverse? Not the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they wanted you to be the Queen of Wands in reverse to their King of Wands in reverse. And you can't embody that low vibrational energy. That is not you. That is not what you came here to do. You're moving on. You like calm energy with the Six of Swords here, moving on to calmer waters. And this person likes drama. Okay? That's what the King of Wands and Queen of Wands in reverse represents to me. You got people who like drama, people who like get rich quick schemes, like to be surface level, don't like to do the deep work. But you want something that is slow, sturdy, again, a solid foundation. And that's the reason why with the Nine of Wands, you are setting healthy boundaries towards these people. That's what this lover energy was. Again, they wanted to be down in the dirt with them, perhaps with a third party situation. Impulsive. You're dealing with someone that was impulsive. They knew you wanted commitment, but they were not trying to give that to you. They knew you wanted commitment. Even, like I said, this could even be with family. They knew you wanted more groundedness, but these people just love drama. They love to abuse their power, to abuse you financially, perhaps abuse you with religion and all of that. But look, bottom of the deck, here we go again with that Knight of Wands. The spirit within you would not allow you to fold to those false narratives and low vibrational energy. It could not. It would not, because that's not what that's not what the fuck you came here for. That is not what the fuck you came here for. That's why you have to detach and step back. What is this? The Strength card in reverse. What is the Strength card in reverse? You can only operate in truth. Genuineness. These people, like I said, like drama. They like to put up masks and pretend that they are holier than thou, but really be some lying, manipulative people in the background. Fake and phony. The Spirit says your intuition is on fleek. Trust your intuition with the High Priestess card coming out with the Ace of Swords. You are being downloaded. You are being downloaded with the things that people may try to hide from you. Just like in the previous reading, you unlocked hidden chains. The hidden chain. You exposed. That's what it was. You exposed the hidden chains. Those things that you had chains on you, blocking you, but they were hidden. You didn't know, but they have been revealed to you. Wow. And that's why justice is coming in the upright. And these people's strength is dwindling. You hear me? You could be dealing with the Gemini or Leo here with the Lover's card, giving the Gemini energy, and the Strength card giving Leo energy. More on the Strength card. Now the Nine of Pentacles coming out in the upright. You are single and thriving. You are independent and thriving. Okay? You have been freed. Fawahude. Fawahude, fawahude, fawahude. Okay, you're not dependent upon other people to assist you. You have the divine assisting you at this time. Fawahude, fawahude, fawahude. Bringing you that freedom and that emancipation. Period. Remember, all of this is clarifying the strength card. This is why their strength is dwindling, because you are in the energy of victory. We got 2 victory cards here: the Ace of Swords in the upright, and the Six of Wands in the upright. Those are cards about victory. Okay, going into battle and coming home victorious, coming home to yourself with the with the Nine of Pentacles. This is you coming home to yourself, single and thriving. You've planted seeds, and now you're about to reap a harvest from all of the seeds that you've planted. About to take them motherfuckers to market. You hear me? And this is your justice for trusting your intuition, following your intuition, and listening to spirit. And now motherfuckers want to come in. Here we go with the Knight of Wands, bottom of the deck again. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Now this person want to come in with an apology, perhaps. What is this Knight of Cups, though? What is the Knight of Cups? No matter what it is, you're moving forward with willpower, determination. Whatever the Knight of Cups is. Whew. Balance with the Temperance card and the Ace of Cups here. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like Spirit says, keep all this energy to yourself right now. You're moving forward. Moving forward with willpower and determination. You're really in this balanced energy. There's been some spirit intervention as well. And like you're just in this energy of unconditional love, victory, trusting your intuition. You're receiving justice. You're receiving abundance, victory. I feel like someone is going to be acting impulsively, trying to bring in mental conflict, because their ship's not coming in. They see all this beautiful stuff coming towards you, and Spirit says, you better keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Okay? Don't be out here being a blabbermouth. Manipulation. That's why Spirit's saying move on to calmer waters. Move on with willpower and determination. Even though this person come in with this funky ass cup of love, cup full of sewage water, you got real, divine, untapped, premium, naturally filtered water that is self-generated, that fulfills itself. What is this Four of Pentacles? Queen of Swords just came out in the reverse. It flipped around though. Death card in reverse. I feel like Spirit saying these people are trying to come in with an apology to get all of these blessings you have, but you need to continue to move forward with willpower, determination, in balance with this Temperance cards, knowing that you gave all the love that you had to give to these people. Okay? You're moving forward with willpower and determination. Again, because moving forward with willpower and determination, because Spirit wants you to know that you are balanced. You are balanced and moving forward with willpower and determination. Because you gave these motherfuckers all the love that you had to give. You gave them everything. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time for you to cut that ever-flowing well of love off. You need to cut them off. Right? And remember, I asked to clarify the Four of Pentacles. You need to cut them off. Queen of Swords in reverse. You need to be a bitch. Because they didn't appreciate when you were given this energy. You need to be a bitch. And end that shit. Okay? And you ended it. It needs to be. Oh, I guess this was... I thought it was another card out here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Because this person is still a manipulator. With the Magician in reverse. They don't want it to end. They don't want to be cut off from this. They don't want to be cut off from that. With the Death card. They don't want you to be a bitch to them. But you have cut out those things that are no longer serving you. They see you as the Queen of Swords. Someone that is cutting off those things that are no longer serving them. You are being selfish now. You were very much so selfless with them before. But these people were impulsive. They kept up mental conflict, competition. They kept up drama. Like I said, these people like drama. They were very impulsive with their words. Very harmful with their words. And that's why, and there's no ships coming in for them. And that's possibly why they're impulsive and doing all this shit. There's no ships coming in. Because they didn't appreciate the gift that was given to them. When they had you. You are receiving justice. You just got to be patient. Be in the energy of flow. Yes, everything may not be moving the way they may not be aligning in the way you thought they will. Even the Mazu card says, her rescues may not come in the way you expect it to, but it is coming. So just get out the way. You pray for help, get out the way, and let heaven help you. Underneath that it says music for manifesting, to manifest rapidly. Think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. Chant, hum, sing, or play music. So you can either, you may play the guitar, you may play an instrument, or maybe you can just play something on your, phone, speakers, or whatever. But your words are replaying in people's minds. Best believe. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Wounded warrior. You need to set better boundaries. Okay. Detach, step back. Reach out to the Most High for help to get you out of this stuck in lack energy. And just be patient because it is happening. The time for it, the playtime is here. Rest and playtime is here. This is the blessed change that you're stepping into. You're stepping into a time of rest and play where things are just going to come to you of ease, of flow, of trust. You can do that now. All right. It's a 2-hour read. I doubt if anybody watched this shit for this damn long. But I'm going to post it. I don't care. It is what it is. But anyway, I love you all. And until next time, peace.